Hey, what's going on, viewers? Welcome back to another episode of Building Anaxes in LEGO. This week we have week number 17, and admittedly this week we didn't get too much done. We're going to be focusing on the satellite station, which I told you guys last week I'd be doing, but ultimately it didn't take too long. I've also been feeling slightly under the weather with a busy week of school and work, so I apologize. But towards the end of the video, I'm going to be talking about two special projects I have going on behind the scenes right now, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Of course, if you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe down below and smash that like button now. So before we go ahead and get any further, let's go ahead and give thank you to our two series sponsors. Number one, we have Brickstuff. If you guys are looking for custom third-party lights for your own mocks or sets, check out brickstuff.com. We have discounted prices off of a lot of stuff that you guys will be seeing in the mock and the finale, so make sure you guys go check out brickstuff.com. Link down below in the description, and use coupon code TBW10, capital T, capital B, capital W, 10 to save 10% off on your order. And last but certainly not least, we have minifigs for you. David Hall's Solid Brick Studios minifigure company has generously supplied the Bad Batch squad of minifigures for the mock. So of course, if you guys are looking for pretty high tier stuff, make sure you go ahead and check out both minifigs for you and Brick Stuff down below in the description. So this week should come to no surprise as to what we got done this week. As I said before, in the past maybe week or two of segments, I've been saying this is going to be like the rough schedule of what's been going on. We've been getting done both of the barracks. We got done the shield generator last week, which I still am in love with, and then this week we are following that same pattern, and we have all the structures on that side of the mock done. So this week we did get done the satellite dish. Once again, thank you to Webslinger for helping out with some of the designs here. Again, I always like incorporating your guys' designs or ideas into the mock, so if you guys have any suggestions, comment down below, DM me on Instagram or Twitter, email me with anything you guys have for me, and I'll definitely take a look, and I appreciate all your support as always. Now this week there was no Anaxes live stream. Like I said, I was feeling a little bit under the weather, so I didn't necessarily do the live stream, but I just got all the work done off camera, which surprisingly went pretty fast. And while I was actually working on the satellite array this week, I was basically just sitting on a 30-minute loop of a custom take on the finale trailer for Star Wars, the music, the composition. So I was just in my zone. Of course, I did film a time lapse you guys are going to see in just a little bit, but of course, guys, before we go any further, make sure you guys are subscribed down below and smash that like button. Guys, please stay tuned towards the outro of today's video. It's going to be very important information going there. We have Brick Fair next week. We also have a couple other important things, so again, make sure you guys are staying throughout the entire video today. And without any further delay, let's go ahead and jump on into Building Anaxes week 17. Let's go. Alrighty, so as with every week of the segments, we start out with this one overhead shot, and if you guys remember, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, that entire side was completely empty, and now it is about 90% done. I'm still waiting on doing a couple of finishing touches like the sidewalks and everything like that, which will most likely be done around the finale time. Again, I like to include some different things and newer things in the finale, but this week, we are talking about that guy right there. This is the satellite array station. Once again, huge thank you to Webslinger for helping me out with this and the shield generator last week. But before we go ahead and get into that specific part of the mock, what's very important to know is that this entire side is done in terms of large structures. The only structure that we are still working on is the medical bay, which should be around right there. So it's really cool to see that entire side of the road done in terms of the larger structures. So it's super nice. I also do plan on spreading out the barrack a little bit because there is a lot of space. There's a lot more space than I thought, because initially I was only going to include the shield generator and the 2 barrack, but then Webslinger reached out, wanted to see if I could use this in my mock, and I thought I was going to barely have enough room, but as it turns out, I have plenty of room, so I'm happy about that. But we do have some more room and space to fill, so let me know what you guys think I should put in between the areas, maybe just a couple supply crates or a little station or something like that. But now let's go ahead and talk about this satellite array station. So the idea behind this was this actually really isn't in Anaxes in terms of the trailer that we saw for Clone Wars Season 7 or necessarily the images that I've been using, but I thought, you know, it's a cloned fort, so there has to be some sort of array for communications with other forts or other bases around the galaxy. So I wanted to include a little bit of my own twist and my own idea, and that was including the satellite array station. So the idea is behind this part of the mock, it's just like a communications array. It's going to be obviously guarded, as you guys can see, with a couple of P2 guys running up and down, and of course securing that area of the mock. Now also notice very similarly that the exterior wall is very similar to the shield generator. That's because I wanted them to both look very similar, and also the shield generator is accurate as the way it is right now, so I wanted to kind of go off that and continue that level of accuracy when it comes to this satellite station. So let me go ahead and bring that satellite station over here. I'll set the tripod down and show you guys a closer look as to really everything that goes on in that part of the mock, so let's do that right now. Alright, so here is a closer look at the satellite array station. Now first things first, like all other parts of the mock, it is modular, so the entire thing lifts up and down. It's all interconnected, which is great for traveling. Here are the 2 satellite dishes. They do separate from the base, obviously, because when I'm traveling, I'm pretty sure I want to secure these in a different location. But here is a closer look at the satellite itself. I gotta say, pretty ingenious techniques using here, especially, I don't even know what this is called, this like Technic plate that actually connects everything. But of course, we have the giant 8x8 round light bluish gray dish, which is super cool, and then inside we have a 6x6 dark bluish gray one and a couple antennas to simulate the actual antennas of the satellite. It is fully posable, you can move it. The only thing is there's no locking mechanism, so if you want to have it like aimed up, it does kind of just fall down, which I really don't care about, to be honest, but it is on a swivel. You can go 360, which is cool. Again, you can go up and down with the satellite dish. So this is a really cool technique. Around the base right here, satellite dish itself, there is a, I guess like a row or a couple of rows actually, excuse me, of curved pieces, which give it like a cylindrical shape, which is cool because obviously it's kind of hard to do circle shapes in Lego, but we obviously have a really, really nice design here. So it gives it a really nice aesthetic, and honestly, it's a pretty good size too. I didn't want anything large, and I was looking for something that was pretty relative to a minifigure. So here's a minifigure, for example. There's just a phase 2 guy, and I think that the overall scale of this specific part of the mock is good. I think it's good enough, and I really do like it. Now, in terms of the ground, I did add a little bit of different stuff. This might be changed, I'm not sure, but I essentially wanted to have like a walkway for the clones, anyone who essentially needs to do maintenance or something like that with the satellite station. So I did add a little pathway. Now, I gotta be honest, this is definitely gonna change. Probably gonna change, I don't know, but I wanted to give you guys the idea as to what like floor pattern I was going for. Maybe I could replace the plates with tile or something like that to give it a little bit of a cleaner look. So that is all subject to change, but again, I wanted to give you guys the overview, like the general idea of what I plan on having it look like in the end. And then you could see on the sides here, the front wall is going to be made up of the same 2x2x3 height, or I think 2x3x2 light bluish gray slopes. I wanted to use the same exact wall pattern just to make it look consistent with the fort. Like I said, the fort's man-made, so it would just make sense for it to have the same or very similar design. So I just went with that. Also, it just so happened I have a ton of those extras, so again, I saved some money, which is a big factor when it comes to designing different things in the mock. It's whatever I have on hand, I'm going to prioritize using, especially if it doesn't really detract that much from the overall mock. Now, the last thing I do want to say is this part right here. This is something I actually thought about putting at the foot of the towers, but I actually think it looks kind of good here. We just have a couple of 1x4 hinges and then a couple of the 2x3 slopes right here. And if you actually wrap it around like a circle, it can actually perfectly fit underneath the belly of this thing. So I was kind of wondering, you know, I feel like it's like a little bit bland. I kind of wanted to add like I don't think this is like an armor piece for the satellite dish, more just something that's gonna aim to give it more aesthetic and give it more look. So let me know what you guys think of this. I actually kind of like this. I don't have enough parts to do it for the entirety of the both satellites, but I would definitely order some more parts, because I think that definitely looks pretty cool. And then the other thing to look at here is going to just be a little staircase. This is basically going from the foot of the bottom of the stairs right up until the road. So very simple. It's just a couple of slopes on the end with 1x2 both plates and tiles. I am really happy with how this thing came out. I hope you guys enjoyed that little like quick view of the entire thing. Let me know what you guys are thinking so far. But this is the satellite station. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little look at it, and let's just continue back with the video. So hopefully that glimpse at the satellite station gave you a little bit of a better idea as to what everything's looking like and all the different ideas. Once again, let me know what you guys think of that little like barricade right in front of the first one. I kind of want to do that because it does look a little plain right now. Like I did say before, there are going to be numerous additions and details on top of the platform. We're gonna have computers, different stuff like that, so don't worry, it looks very bland right now, but again, that's kind of one of the things where during the finale I'll unveil that to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and once again, I mean, that entire side's done. We just have a couple little extra things to hammer out, but we are almost done with the interior of the base, which is kind of mind-boggling, not gonna lie. I mean, after next week we're gonna have the gunship, or the next segment, excuse me. I will be missing next week's segment. We're gonna have that gunship right there, and then probably have the ATTE sometime within the next month or two, and then we're looking at a completely done base interior for Fort Anaxes. I cannot be more happy. I cannot be more ecstatic as to where this series is going. This thing is looking so cool. I cannot get over it. But I really do like the additions of these two guys right here. I think it definitely adds another level of detail, which is really cool. And of course, again, huge thank you to Webslinger for all the help you've done, man. I appreciate it. But hope you guys enjoyed this part of today's segment. Let's go ahead and head to the outro of today's video. So guys, that brings week 17 of building Anaxes in LEGO to a close. I hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, I apologize for not getting too much stuff done, but again, it was just a little bit of a busy week. But I hope you guys can enjoy the satellite array station. Having all the structures, having all 4 individual structures done on that side of the mock is definitely really motivating, because really all we have to do is build the medical bay, which is still a work in progress, by the way, and then we're done with the entire interior. Of course, we're adding a couple of smaller details and stuff like that throughout the way, maybe even just in the finale, but we are making some great progress, and I cannot be more excited and more ecstatic for where this series is going. So once again, guys, let me know down below what you're thinking of that satellite array station. Now, a few important things before we go ahead and head out from today's video. Brick Fair, New Jersey is next week. I'm not displaying anything, but I'm most likely going to be there probably on Sunday. If you guys are in the area, I'm probably going to be there around the opening to maybe around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So I will be at Brick Fair NJ a week from tomorrow. I'll be there with a couple of buddies just hanging out, looking at some pretty cool mocks. So of course, if you guys are in the area, make sure you stay tuned for that. I'll probably make another announcement post just letting you guys know where and when I'll be at Brick Fair, but it's super fun. I've honestly been in a mild sadness era because conventions are over. The last convention was Brick Fair, Virginia, and the next one is Chicago in like maybe 8 months. So I've been dying for another convention. I can't wait to see all my buddies again and of course enjoy some really cool mocks. So that being said, I am going to have my friends staying over the weekend, so there will not be an Anaxes segment next week. However, if everything goes to plan, I will be dropping a very cool mock. I have been working on this a lot, especially me and my buddy Trevor, and also Ethan Catalyst Bricks has helped me a little bit with some aspects of the mock, and I gotta say, I'm very happy with what it is. It is Rise of Skywalker related, and it will be dropping on Friday, hopefully Friday, as long as I get the parts in, Friday of this coming week. So make sure you guys are subscribed, make sure you guys have that bell icon clicked, that way you know as soon as this video goes live. Hopefully having that mock instead of an Anaxes segment kind of helps with that lack of segment for next week. I apologize, but I just don't have enough time to work on the mock, get a video out, and go to Brick Fair and make all this content. So again, surprise special mock Friday, probably going to be around 4 p.m. Eastern time. Stay tuned on my Instagram and Twitter at TheBrickWiz. I'll be letting you guys know exactly when that thing goes up. You're not going to want to miss it. It's super sick. But then after the weekend of Brick Fair, we will be returning to normally scheduled videos. I'll probably have the gunship and hopefully a medical bay done by that time. I'm pretty much ditching the 25th of Christmas finale. I don't think it's going to happen, especially with finals coming up in about 3 or 4 weeks, plus work. I work in retail, so it's going to be a little busy. So I'm still going to aim for it. I'm going to try my best, but I'm kind of pushing it to the back of my mind. We're probably going to look at a end of January or early February release for the finale and cinematic, of course. But hopefully on December 25th, I will be releasing another Rise of Skywalker mock. That's it. That's all we got for today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Of course, drop a like down below. And if you guys are not already subscribed, definitely go ahead and subscribe down below as well. You guys are not going to want to miss any of these segments coming out. Again, stay tuned on my Instagram, Twitter, follow me on all my socials, and I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.